So hey, apparently we got a dome. It's done. Apparently we finished it. The lunar log 15 lunar hopopolis. Okay. A small moon rises upon the greater moon we stand upon. To wit, our Moongate hub has evolved into a lunar hopopolis. Beneath its dome roof, a gathering of adventurous souls bustled about, eager to leap even further afield. Our rainbow crystals no longer suffer the indignity of being struck by meteorites, and the atmosphere is one of both exhilaration and belonging. How one can feel so at home whilst in the midst of rigorous research may seem bizarre. Yet we have realized such a space and more both in our evolved headquarters and our efforts in Sanatorium. We never could have made it thus far without the help of all our fastidious workers. This is a triumph, dear reader. Oh my god. This must have happened while I was asleep, because I was here all day yesterday. Oh, wow. We really do. Oh, that means I can't stand on the rooftop anymore. Oh, my usual spot is gone now. I'll have to find a new one. And there's one more, apparently. Log 16, to eternity and beyond. Our facilities are complete, and upon our cosmoport stands a new starship begging to be piloted. This chapter, my friend, marks the crowning achievement of our lunar development initiative. For me, these days have passed in the haze of a dream, but thanks to our fearless leader, Searching Way, and all our wonderful contributors from Aetheris, gazing into the velvety black sky reflects to me something profound. The artist's work of transcription becomes but a trifle, and my exhaustion fades quietly into the calm. Henceforth, our efforts will be focused anew to distant exploration, and so far as our dreams persist and our exotablet remains charged, I will ever remain your faithful scribe. I will ever remain your faithful scribe. Ventures both old and new to eternity and beyond. So that means the ship is done. That explains why we'll get a new exploration and such. Oh. There it is, the whole area. There's the ship! That's a weird looking ship though. I was expecting something more elegant. Maybe. Oh well. Owing to many contributions by artisans like you, we have achieved every last objective outlined for Sinus Ardrum. You've made my dream come true. Current progress. All facilities completed. That means there's nothing left. Hey, what's this? Passion, thy name is Ardrum. I didn't think I'd be doing this all of a sudden. Hard at work, Ronald? Have you had a chance to explore the premises? Not yet. Look up for my exotab to avoid crashing into things. I only go where there is work to be done. I occasionally look up for my exo tablet to avoid crashing into things. How wonderful to hear that you love your work so much. Your contributions will play an invaluable role in our future exploits. I have returned, I must say. The base has truly become a sight to behold. Hasn't it? We owe much to the people of Aetheris for their assistance. Indeed, and it warms my heart to see my kin working together with them. It's good to be back and to have so many new curiosities to name. Come, Ronald, let me introduce you to my latest and greatest nomenclature. A marvelous idea. You two hop along, by all means. As we Ronald, naming way never disappoints. It's going to be a story about how naming way ends up everywhere, somehow at once. Let's be on our way, Ronald. We'll start with the starship. And from there, tour my most delightful discoveries. Naming way is now accompanying you. We gotta find a way up there, though. Well, this is unexpected. I didn't think I'd be doing a video about this game so soon. I learned more so about this. Witness our starship, the very manifestation of our collective aspirations. They're diminutive in size and propulsion capacity compared to the Ragnarok. It is nevertheless heir to its legacy, for data collected during the journey of Ultima Thule was the basis for our craft's ability to ride stellar currents at the speed of light. In anticipation for its future voyages across the cosmos, it should be known as the Galactic Way. They carry us into the unknown and beyond our wildest dreams. And now I say that we venture forth afield, prey accompanied to Gleam Slope, the outer edge of Gleam Rift, if you will do. So that means we'll have more I'm glad we're finally getting major stuff for crafting and gathering, because that was a big problem that we were having. The game lacked a lot of crafting and gathering, like literally gameplay. Discuss the rainbow crystal. Are you familiar with the rainbow crystal in the center of the hut? Though it is slightly different than those in the burrow, I see no reason to change its pronunciation. It's simple, clear, and has the word rainbow. What's not to like? Such crystals regulate gravity and oxygen levels, allowing us to maintain bronze for the people of Aetheris. I'm told they can be recalibrated for use on any star we come across. Oh, really? So, I'm gonna go out there, right? Alright, come on. Wait, is he behind us? No. I thought it was. Discuss the Cosmo Liner. Here inside our magnetism disrupts any attempt to attune to ether current. Our solution? A public propulsion system, the Cosmo Liner. I admit that I was initially uneasy about hurrying through the sky on a tiny platform with few apparent safety features, but now I find it as refreshing as a spring breeze. I guess so we don't have any. I guess you need. I don't know for sure if you can get like a whatchamacallit for this. A mount to move around here. It would help. Have you heard about the tunnel they carved through this mountain? Yup. It was done entirely by machinery. No magic sand. Oh. A valuable experiment and anticipation stars where ether is scarce. Just look at that luster. That's where I draw my inspiration for Gleam Slope. Naturally. It may be a little more than a twinkle, but when we're out there traversing the cosmos, I do so hope we'll see it shining back at us. Our dream of reaching the stars beyond inspired this project to begin with. And the name Sanasarum stands as testament to that longing. I rather resent that Garland has become the standard for names of lunar features in my absence. But inconsistency would be even worse. That's so much more I could. There's so much more I could show you, but I'll settle for just one last jump to Wedding Ways Borough. Wedding Way was like over here. Yeah. I haven't been in here yet, so we saw it from a video footage, but to actually see it. Yeah, now everyone's here. Okay. Huh. So now I see it. The lines. So gotta go here and then we'll have to run this. Here we have the Botanical Gardens, where Wedding Way is attempting to determine whether we could utilize the rainbow crystals to cultivate life on other stars. Fortunately for us, the experiments have resulted in a delightful array of crossbreeds. See for yourself. Bank cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pretend. Okay. Look at it now. I can scarcely believe this area was once a barren waste, but I digress. Point out anything that catches your eye, and I shall be happy to expound on the particulars. Oh wow, there's a lot going on here. Vaguely familiar cactus. Long and blue with a flower on top. Reminds you of a Luna Tender, does it not? Indeed, the resemblance is uncanny. Some say Lunar Tenders evolved from Aetherius saboteurs, adapted to the moons of Ampharons. These in turn evolved from Lunar Tenders. Unlike their alleged cousins, these are unmistakably flora, not fauna. I've named them the Sabatendi to mourn their lost autonomy. That's a rock. That looks like a rock. That sizable specimen on the cliff? Yes, you may recognize it from Loving Ways, Darlings, and Mara Lamatorium. I call it a loving puff. Fearsome though it may appear, I assure you it is entirely benign. When it senses an animal approaches, it lets out a puff of spores to say hello. Mind you, those spores are wont to hitch rides on unsuspecting, rather quick to germinate besides. I could have sworn Wenningway wasn't planning to plant any. Tree with exploding blooms. Oh. Terrible, is it? That is no tree, but in fact a magnificent mushroom transplanted from Marilumatorium, and henceforth known as the Mycolux. Inspired by the hot summers of Aetherius, its name means fungal flame. When you gaze up at its gills, that bring to mind fireworks blooming in the night sky. With further refinement, perhaps we could even teach this species to pop and crackle like its namesake. What a sight it would be among all the stars. Spongy pink carpet? The regolith that covers the moon's surface is made up of particles too fine for plants to lay roots. To combat this, we've been experimenting with an alchemical soil treatment. This improved soil is known as remedied regolith. And as you can see, it's already growing a layer of pink moss. For now, Wenningway's Burrow is the only place to witness this botanical miracle. But should we succeed in fostering more types of plants growth, we may be able to grow entire farms on other stars. Believe it or not, that leafy-looking bush is a type of fungus known as turquoise shag. I'm told its particular glow activates in response to electromagnetic waves, effectively rendering those energies visible to the naked eye. Charlingham researchers have even begun to debate the possibility of an information wavelength that exists beyond our ken, all because of this fungus. Fascinating. Possibility. Oh. They plan to they're trying to experiment with that to create pretty much like digital networks. Like information highways. Have you had a good look, Ron, or would you like to look more? I've seen it all. Wonderful. It's been a delight to show you our new variant. When it comes to my process, observation is of vital importance, of course, and a well-designed application that establishes cognitive links where physical appearance could not. Given a proper name, what once was nebulous moves into the light for all to see. A discovery named is a discovery shared. Greater awareness, in turn, invites research, prompting further discoveries. In other words, by nomenclature may one day change the world. And with each term I craft, I feel a spark of joy that reignites my passion all over again. Truly, I've been gladder to call myself Namingway. You know, when Searching Way first arrived, this region was merely an expanse of unknowns. Then you and I turned up, and now look at it. Every last dome identified. Yet, this is far from the final frontier. We must continue the initiative. We might one day put a name to each and every star in the sky. Oh, how invigorating. Searching Way will surely want to share our enthusiasm. Let us return to the hub. I'll be honest, we really don't have a Final Fantasy game that goes beyond, like, that explores different worlds and stuff. Like, and I don't mean, and I'm talking like going into outer space. Like the whole game is literally outer space and such, where it's like you start on the planet, and then they go to another planet, and then another one, and then all the way to... We don't have an actual personal game that does that, okay? I know we do with Endwalker, where we ended up on the moon, and then we went to the edge of the universe at Ultimato, but that's not really, what I mean. A Final Fantasy game that explores the universe would be amazing. Had a nice look around, I hope. Isn't it all just fantastic? Would that you have joined us, Searching Way? We toured the places I named and waxed philosophical. The virtues of sharing knowledge, all in all, a lovely time. Oh, you're speaking my language. Come to think of it, there's one more place you could visit, if you're so inclined. You have my attention. Shall we, Ronald? We getting coffee? I thought we made my coffee. Oh, I've been up for hours. Here it is, my favorite vista. Oh. Why, we can see the entire hub from here. They're really wanting to show off that we really did it. That it's all over. It's all done. Nicely, whenever my motivation starts to wane, this sight reminds me of the dream we're chasing together. When the final days were averted, it was a joyous occasion, yet we Loperids had lost our purpose, and for some reason the will to carry on. My role was to seek out a new star for us to call home, but it was decided that no exodus would come to pass. While my hunger for worlds unknown, sights unseen remained, I feared that there would be no meaning to be found in it. Yet in old Charlian, I saw knowledge given unexpected purpose as a new field of study was born. If the people of Theris can pursue knowledge without knowing where they'll end up, I thought, why not me? Curiosity needs no justification. If my heart yearns for the great expanse, then so be it. To the stars I'll go. Remarkable how far that epiphany has taken you, Searching Way. Look at all that your initiative has built. Yeah. The Galactic Way awaits on its launch pad. Now we only need the coordinates of our first destination. When we're ready to lift for liftoff, will you follow me to the stars? Of course I will. Apparently, next patch is going to be having... We're going somewhere. I didn't watch a lot of the live letter, but apparently it's explained that... it is explained that we are going to be going somewhere. As you completed 100 stellar missions, you are eligible to undertake another quest. Seek out... learn of ways you might further benefit the initiative. Huh. Hi. You there. Yes, you. Have you some time to spare? Plenty. Yes, I suspected it's a good thing too, or I'd be in a real pickle. A manager's patience. Uh-oh. I suppose introductions are in order. I am Mumuko, former Charlian bureaucrat and acting project manager here at the Moon Gate Hub. Now, assuming that efficient staffing and supply are non-negotiable, and yet they are, have you any idea what it takes to keep an initiative of this scale on track? The answer is micromanagement. Someone to keep several hundreds noses to the grindstone without revealing how much the schedule actually has. So in my capacity as project manager, Gee, why are so many of our talented specialists utterly incompetent outside of their chosen field? Our uniforms, for example. 3 people still haven't come to claim theirs, and the deadline's already come and gone. Do you even want to explore the furthest reaches of space? I mean, luckily for them, you seem reasonable. Could you see that those brilliant buffoons, their crew uniforms? Or, 2 of them should be close by. The third, however, may need to be caught while he's working. Especially with the forgotten crew uniforms and a map which find on appears. All 3 of them are located within Newgate. Next update. Okay. I don't think I have. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I have the will to do that again. I'm gonna be truthful. Like, to do another thing where I try to raise on the ranks of whatchamacallit. Rise the ranks on crafting a gathering, like I did in the Foundation. That's how I got this title, because I'm ranked like, I think at 25? Do you need something from me? I'm afraid I have a great many theories that want to be proven. Forgot your uniform. My apologies, I had every intention of collecting myself, but the Regala here is so captivating that my scientific passions took me for a time. There are forms of life exist beyond our star forms. Hitherto unconceived of by all save myself. Future of science lies in xenobiology, and through the dawning of this attire, I shall take my rightful place as its vanguard. Alas, I shall have proof of my thesis and silence those naysayers, the astronomical society, by shoving it down their throats. Oh, chill. Sorry, did you commission me for something? Because I finished my request for the day. Oh no, what kind of gleaner forgets to gather her own items? And to think I used to consider myself a match for my former rival, I should say. We competed to see who could bring in finds of the highest quality, but he left Old Charlie and has since become a freelancer. Not to be outdone, I applied to join this project, but clearly need to get my act together before I'm fit to handle any more challenging assignments. Well, I suppose I better go and get on. Thank you for the delivery. And because it's just you wait near the collective way. This is not what I expected to be doing. Bugger all. It better be if it ain't Ronald. Hey! I can't imagine this is quite as exciting as the edge of the universe, but with a name like Cosmic Exploration, I'll bet you came running, eh? Margaret sends her regards, by the by. I said to her, you really think I'll chance upon Ronald Stoppable on the bloody moon? That shows what I know. After the Ragnarok business, the initiative brought me in as chief propulsion systems engineer for their vessel. Came to have a look now to see if now that she's been put together. Come to think of it, what were you looking for just now? They sent you to bring me a uniform, did she? Now that you mention it, I vaguely recall her saying something about my clothes. Well, can't say as I'm interested. Next she'll want me to give up my tool belt too, but this here beauty soaked in my blood, sweat, and tears. I wouldn't feel at home without it. Uh-oh. Spare him, you theatrics. Go. You will wear our uniform. Lady, oh fire, it's her. Run! Run! Do you think I'd allow your fluids to sully our vessel? Or if I'm polluting the ecosystems of any stars we land on? Our forms are imbued with purifying magics that purge any and all dangerous contaminants. You'll wear one before you so much as breathe on our galactic way. Surely the gifted engineer solved the ether burner quandary. Can be bothered to change his clothes, yes? Well, if it's that important. Uh-oh. Huh. I knew it. It's too form-fitting. A man like me ain't meant to be seen like this. That's enough small talk. Right along and conduct your inspection. The test flight is nearly upon us, and I won't be held responsible for any delays you cause. I hadn't missed your magging, I'll tell you that. Let me get it over with. That fool's always been too stubborn for his own good. As you can see, his sense of duty can be used against him. I may wish to keep that in mind. Now then, I have a duty to fulfill myself. Come and see me back at Lunar Hub. Reward. But I didn't see a reward on the board. Me for sending a storied hero like yourself on such a trivial errand, but your assistant has been invaluable. Given that this initiative has drawn the attention of eccentrics the world over, I knew I would need someone of your caliber to rein them in. I hope that I may call upon you again in the future. Well, there's another one. This is not what I signed up for! Do you have more time to spare? Lonnie. Straight into the point. Should I say the sort of answer I hope to hear? As you have no doubt surmised, I'm once again in need of your assistance. Your assistance. There's another troublemaker who wants for wrangling. Packing Way, the operator in charge of designing our interstellar supply chain. They're around here somewhere, and when you find them, give them this box and tell them they need to put it in the ship's cargo hold. Alright, that's it. They may refuse at first, but don't let that deter you. If they should flee, you are to chase them across the crater, the moon, to the very edge of the universe if you must. Think he's gonna do that, right? Wait, is this a window? Guess it makes sense. Oh, that is a window. Oh, I know you. Ardent supporter of Loppers everywhere. Is there something I can do for you, sir? Oh, wants me to put this in the cargo hold? No, 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 no. Out of the question. We can't just throw any old box on board, you know? Our ship's payload capacity is incredibly strict. So if it's not in the design document, there's simply no room for it. Sorry. He's kind of right. If it ain't... We need to hunt them down and insist that they was... Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If he says it's not supposed to be on the document, then... Because we can't just throw random packages on there because of the weight limit. Operators are strict when it comes to these things. And I see. How can I help you now? Aren't you listening? Our vessel is already burdened with a great deal of heavy machinery. Then, only the necessities. A last-minute addition would force me to revise all my calculations. So, if it's not on the cargo list, it's not coming aboard. No exceptions. Goodbye. Oh. He's right. He's already explained twice why he can't do it. I'm with the Loprid on this one. You. What do you want now? Oh. How many times have I repeated myself? I can't accept box. I won't. Oh, for the love of... Put your whining and place it in storage. You think you can simply ignore my request? There's nowhere on this moon I won't find you, and our friend here would travel to the very edge of existence to track you down. Don't you yell at the operator. Look, I don't even know what you're asking me to store. Out of the box, if you please. So yeah, if you would have told him what was inside, it's like... that was in the box? The little box that I had? This magic tech contraption is an autonomous probe developed by none other than just us here. Its function is to seek out sources of water in hostile environments. That's all very well and good, but why insist on having it brought aboard? The ship's capacity for cargo has been measured down to the last ounce, so I've accounted for the absolute minimum amount of water required. The only thing you've accounted for is death by dehydration. Operatives may not need water to survive, but those who hail from Aetheris will last a scant few days without it. What if the tank suffers a breach? What if a fire breaks out and the water is used to extinguish it? Your piddly calculations will endanger the crew. In times of emergency, this probe will enable them to locate a water source as soon as they land. It's non-negotiable. And to be frank, Pagaway, I've had a look at your cargo list. Do you honestly think we need 2 carrot cultivation stations? How dare you? Carrots are our lifeline. Please, I understand they help you to operate more efficiently, but it's not as if you'll die without them. A single station will suffice. No, I refuse. Nothing is more essential than carrots. No! I'm back here backing away. I'm not taking no for an answer. I mean, she's got a point. You don't need 2 stations. You could just have 1. You 2 head back without me, alright? Well, this is awkward. In fact, I'm a bit nervous to be in your presence. I was a member. Member of what? Oh, the First Legion. Were it not for you and yours, I might have frozen to death flat. That's, huh. How long after the final days were averted, word of this project reached me through a Chardian contact. Interstellar travel, a daunting prospect, to be sure. But I hope my skills might prove useful. Naturally, there were still the reconstruction efforts of Golemald to consider, but ultimately I decided on broadening my horizons here. Will better serve my home in the future. You know, not long ago, I would have scoffed at the notion of working alongside the people of Charlian. But when I came here and beheld the whole of our star for the first time, I realized how small the Empire is, how pathetic it was to fixate on something so trivial as borders between nations. Truly, there is no greater windfall than this journey into space. I am grateful to you for affording me the chance, even if indirectly. Now then, as it appears to have matters on hand, why don't we head back to the Lunar Helperess and await her return inside? I swear, I didn't know there would be quests to do today. It just came kind of out of nowhere. I'm supposed to be doing chores and crafting every hour or something. It took some considerable arm twisting, but Packing Way has agreed to store our cargo. I appreciate your efforts in chasing them down, Ronald. As those operatives are, they don't have the firmest grasp of our biology, it seems. Even our concept of time is at odds. They see each task as something that takes hundreds of thousands of years to achieve. Not to suggest that they shouldn't be in charge, of course, but without a little nudging here and there, it'll be decades before we'll get anywhere. For that reason, the project definitely needs a comprehensive oversight and perspective of someone from Aetherius. Incidentally, I plan to join the voyage to the next star, so I hope you'll have more time to spare for me in the future. That's it. Woohoo! Good. Now I gotta find a spot where I'm gonna hang out and work on, how do we get up there? There. Oh. Wait. Never mind. I thought he was actually sitting in the chair, but it's no. He's in the standing pose when he's in the pose when if you were standing into it. Alright. Let's go. Oh my. So this is the rainbow crystal. I'll be putting all of its energy into it. We need to go here. I need to get my item. Wire. We have the prototype now. Now we can begin. As soon as I take a break. Sorry, but I'm gonna go and do some more of my chores that need to be done, and then we'll. Guess that'll do. There we go. First aid claw. Yeah. So once again, we're gonna have to do. What's it called? Yeah. I'm gonna have to build up to the level 90 ones. Oh.